What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Working at all those cards and start developing it. some locked cards that are in the to-do. It looks like they're still leftovers from old agents. Can you unlock those so other agents can work on them? And then when you're done with that, go and grab another card and keep working. Through a lot of the security ops cards that are in the ops board and start knocking some of those out. When you're done with them, do a full code review, or actually spin up agents to do a full code review and a quality assurance on it, and report back to you. you to start going into the ops board, grabbing some cards that's not being worked on. I need you to pick them up and complete the task on it. And then I need a full code review on it. So go ahead and spin up agents to do that, and then do a quality assurance on it and have them report back to you with their findings. And if the cards is complete, put in complete. If it needs more work, continue working on it until it's done. The actual Plyrium Forge, or are they somewhere else? Okay, just continue picking up more cards, rinse, repeat. I know what you're asking if I utilize Plot AI and you never used it. What is the major functions that stands out to you? The better encoding. So I mean, there's nothing out there that can beat it when it comes to coding right now. I like Claude. It's pricey compared to the other ones, but for good reason. You get what you pay for. So I actually like it. But the tool I'm building, so this is called Plyrium Forge. It's this whole tool that you see here in front of you. You can spin up as many agents as you want, right? You can just keep orchestrating as many as you like. It's going to be a full system where you can build your apps using as many or as little AI agents as you need. It'll keep track of each other. They can actually communicate with each other. And there's so much. There's built-in memory. There's efficiency, token efficiency. In fact, this middle one here is working on that, the top middle. He's working on the token efficiency. I could get actual up to 99% token efficiency on this. So I can run this a lot cheaper than I can through, you just say like Claude Desktop here, right? So, and there's over 146 tools that help that efficiency. And I'm gonna actually, as soon as he's done, I'm gonna have him build a sort of like a meter up here that'll show the actual cost of how much per token it is and how many tokens each agent's using, and then the total savings. So that way you can have a good gauge on what's actually happening. The ops board here, it's a Kanban system. So what this is, let me bring it over here. So what this is any issues that come up, I'll put one up. So this one here, memory utilization. So this is complaining about the memory system that I built. AI agents aren't really utilizing it as much. This is a problem. So there's a card created for it for them to work on it and figure out how to solve that problem. So an agent would come in and pick it up, bring it over here to in progress, like these ones are in progress right now. And as they're working on it, they'll notate it, right? Update it. So, and then they'll throw it in testing. And you can see here, here's one that's been notated, everything that he's done. And then from here, what he does is spins up some Q&A and code reviews for it. And then it depends on what they report back. They actually update the card also and report back to the main agent and let him know if it's good, move it to complete. If it's not, to continue working on it until it's done. And right now we have over 73 completed items of bugs, issues, features, you name it, right? Like there's security bugs, for example, and all this work was done to it. And what's neat about this is any and all of my agents have access to that board, and they understand the entire architecture of what's happening, what's going to happen, what has happened, and what will happen. So in itself, it is a memory system. What is up with this music? Build out. That's exactly what happens. They help each other with the tasks. It's an orchestration system. In fact, the tool that you see here, I built this yesterday using Claude Desktop right here. Right, this is what started it. I had a vision. I know what I wanted. And I'm like, okay, get it done, build it. And right now, this is what it's at right now. It's going to be a lot more features. Like if I want to spawn up some swarms here to run to attack something like a specialty project, I could create a huge swarm. As little, I could pick the project that I want them to swarm. I could type in, I need you to go in and completely redesign and refactor all the code, so something like that, right? And then if there's any files, screenshots, anything, I could select here. And then here, I can actually give each agent that's going to spawn what type of role they're going to be. So project manager, coder, auditor, researcher, and then the provider, right? If it's going to be Claude, Codex, Gemini, OpenCode, and Cursor Agent. I'm going to have more in here. And then from there, let's just say I need 50 of them. Boom, I got 50 of them. And then I hit launch. It will launch all 50 of them, and it will run the task I gave it until it's complete. That's one example of what this tool is going to be able to do. And what's neat is I'm going to be launching this when I reach version 1 to you guys to use. And you don't have to use all 6. You could just use one shell if you want. It doesn't matter. It's got tools inside of it that's going to help streamline all your vibe coding. Like if I wanted to grab this and bring it over here, I can, right? Like in progress. So it's telling me the card needs reviewed, but those. Got a couple here that stopped. See what's going on here. Yeah, it's fine. When all the other agents are finished, we're going to go ahead and do a new build on it. I'm just trying to get as much work as I can done before the new build. So if you want to continue grab more cards that you can work on this session and knock out as many as you can. Yep, keep knocking out more cards. If you can, keep knocking out more cards. So I have my codex here, which is ChatGPT, by the way. So these four, I'm having them run through, since it's monitored and a little bit more narrowed down and filtered exactly what I want them to do. It's a lot easier for them to pick it up. It's a lot cheaper for them to do versus having Claude go through all these. I use Claude for main features or anything that's a huge design or a big architectural change. It's a lot easier for it, or maybe have him design the whole architect, and then I could break it down, and then create cards for each part of it, and then have the ChatGPT go in and do it. And they are not automated through voice prompt as in to each other. There's a whole backend system here. I'll show you here. I'll pull it up. It's under agents here. This is their communication that they have with each other. This is their log. They can actually send each other their, think of it like it's their own personal internet in between each other. And they can talk to each other, communicate. It's pretty neat. So, and this is all the logs that are happening between each communication. So most of it's just hurry up and wait, right? Because I actually want to get the new build out as soon as I can today. There's a lot of cool new features that I put into it. One of them is what I have planned today. I'm going to have another dock that's going to come over here on this side, or I can move it wherever, but that's going to be the director or the manager or project manager. And that AI is going to be able to control and manage all these other AIs here. So this is going to be, and up here, I'm going to have team 1, team 2, team 3, and each team would be a whole new set of terminals if I wanted to. So I can say team 1, and team 1 will have its own manager. And I tell the manager, okay, here's your project scope, this is what I want done. And then he will spawn terminals, as many as he needs. He will facilitate which one is going to be GPT, which one's going to be Claude, if it's going to be what model they need. And he's going to go ahead and assign each one their own task. And he's going to manage every single one of them. That's his job, is to manage it. They all have to report back to the manager, and the manager reports back to me. So a little bit better automation. Because sometimes I get lost in the weeds. If I have more than 6 in here, I forget which one is doing what. So, and I have a way to, I can come up here and rename this, like Claude working on token efficiency. Yeah, that was fine. So I could sort of name them, so I could kind of keep track that way. But it could be, it's a pain. And what's also neat, if I wanted to, I could pop these out like this, and it stays within the dock. It can't go anywhere else. But if I need a better view of what's happening, and then I just put it back whenever I'm done. I'll be right back. I'm back. Please. Jump from some guy on the side of the road today. Show what it look like. They're so good. And then after you take the corn husk off of it, you're left with the actual tamale. It is full of red meat, mystery meat. So you got a napkin. Right back. No, don't apologize for asking questions, please. It makes my channel look busy. I like it. Keep asking as many questions as you can. I want everybody to start talking to each other. It gets boring. So yeah, I have experience in it. I've been doing it for 20 years. But what I tell people, vibe coding is, don't let it intimidate you. Anybody can do it. You don't need experience. The AI already has the experience. All you have to do is come up with the idea, right? And then you tell the AI what, and he will work his way through to get your idea working, and he'll let you know where the hiccups are, and you guys work it out together. And if there's stuff there you don't understand, ask the AI. I don't understand it, or I don't know how to do security. What do I need to do? Literally just asking that, right? It's not hard. Like, what? Here's my idea. what would be the best programming language or the best tech stack that I could use. And he will find out for you. You know, research it online. You talk to it. Think of yourself as the director of your company. The AIs are the team that's in your company, and you have a mission, and you orchestrate that mission with your AI. You can start with one, and in my case, I did, and this is what I built. Now I have 6. So, anyway, I need to get a napkin. Right back. All right, I'm back. Hang on 1 second. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Just update it with your notes of what's happening, what's going on, what you try to do, and then move on to the next card. So that's fine. I don't care if it touches it because that would be the dev. And right now we're running in the preview. So whatever you do, it's going to affect the dev, and that's fine. That's what it's there for. That's our development. The preview is the executable that you guys are running in. So if you need to go ahead and continue, do it. I'll show you my website I built 11 days ago. So this is something I built right here. It's a CRM for contractors, electricians, HVAC type companies. They can manage their entire office with this, from invoicing, bookkeeping, contracts. They can manage their techs out in the field. But that's I built this whole system just for that. And the demo here, I'll show that to you, so you can see what the back end looks like. So after you create an account, this is what you would look at as one of the contractors. So you can have a receptionist that can run this as a tool, or you could turn on the AI, and the AI can run this as a tool. You could actually call the office, and the AI will answer, and it'll book for you. So here's the scheduling. You can see what techs, where they're at. what jobs they go to. You could actually click them, see each job. You could actually manage, Kyle, one of my techs, which is right here. We can look at the calendar to see what jobs are available right now on Saturday night. If you need to move these around, you can reorganize them. This is a demo where you can play with, right? And then here's the month, what the whole month looks like. And what I love about this is the AI agent will use this calendar and see exactly what tech had what job and what neighborhood, and also use the address of the person calling in, and it'll try scheduling that job to the closest tech in that available area at that available time. That way you don't have your tech drive from one end of town to the next, and then stay within the same neighborhood, filling out jobs. You can manage your customers. Each customer, you can manage their invoices, quotes. You can see if there's any equipment installed. If they have like a water softener, or let's see if I can find one here. So like this one here has water here, right? You can see if it's got a warranty. But anyways, I built this 11 days ago, this whole thing. It does a lot. So, and this I am selling. It's a subscription for, here's the subscription price. So if you know a contractor, send them my way. Like I said, if you guys are interested in my tool here that I built, I'm going to be releasing it. You guys might be having a hard time hearing me with the music, right? They're asking for the workstation, does it require a hefty PC? No, it doesn't. This right here, you can run on anything. I'm running on my laptop right now, but my laptop is a hefty laptop. But other than that, no. You could run it in your Mac. You could run it in Linux. You could run it in Windows. It doesn't need to be hefty. The only thing that would require any heftiness is the voice enabler here, the voice transcriber. So I'm using Whisper right now, but it's building my own, but I'm having some issues with this one. I'm going to get that fixed. But it loads a local LLM, which is designed for speech to text. And if you enable it, it'll load up into your GPU, and it'll run the actual LLM locally on your computer. So, but you don't need to enable it, and it won't run. But everything else, it's as lightweight as Visual Code, if that helps you. Yeah, it's the same issue you had before with the running in TypeScript. Just notate it, make notes of it, and move on to the next card. Okay, just keep your eye on it. Make sure sometimes it wakes up and you don't fire off, so check on it. And yes, this tool here is what I'll be giving out. Right now, version 0.02. When I get to version 1 is when I'm probably going to release it. It's got bugs. It's got issues. Now you hate to give a bad product to somebody. I want you to have a good experience using it. And then you'll be able to plug in any AI that you use. Doesn't matter if you have a local AI, some free AI, getting their API, open router, whatever you want. So, okay, so yeah, we're at 0.2.22 right now. That's awesome. Go ahead and grab another card and keep working on it. Perfect. Keep working. Keep grab another card, and let's knock them out. They have 97 cards. I was over 100 earlier, so they're getting them done. I just hate having to go to each one, manage each one. That's why I want to go ahead and build the director manager. I just talk to one agent and then let him facilitate all the work. I'm lazy. I mean, you won't have to use that if you don't want to. When I release this, it'll be an option. So my indicator is when they stop doing stuff. You see, there's a lot of visuals happening. You can just see it says working here, working here. This one's doing booting MCP server. This one's crunching some stuff. When they stop doing stuff and they just sit there, that gives me an idea. Hey, they're done. And I'll scroll up. A lot of these I can't scroll up. Like I try, but it forces the focus at the bottom. And I did that because there's a lot of activity happening, and if I have this one focused for see the orange, that's just which one I have focused at that time. So if I had that one focused and I went to go scroll up on this one, it's because I have this one focused. What's up, Lucky? How you doing? Low sound? Is it my voice low? Here. Is it my voice low or the music? My mic sucks, so apologize about that. I could try boosting it. Okay. Like, is it, for you, Meta, is it like, I don't know, an average sound? Or is it, like, if I do boost it, I don't want it to be too loud. Here. Testing, testing. I'm boosting it right now as we speak. See, now you're going to get a bunch of static or a lot of background noise or me breathing. You don't want to hear that crap. There. Is that a little better? Okay, good. All right. If you still can't hear, if it's still a little quiet, let me know. Like I said, it's really not my settings. It's more my mic. It's an issue with that. I just had increased decibels for you. See right here, this one's done, right? I don't know if you can see my mouse, but this one right here is done. And it's not, there's no visuals happening anymore. So from this point, what I do, I can actually come up here. You can actually, if you want, you can pop these out, like I said. And, well, that was kind of buggy. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, it's got to move it a little bit. There, now scroll to the bottom. And you can actually get a full view of what's happening. Lucky, I have been called Gramps twice since I've been streaming. So I'm not a Gramps yet. I do have kids, but for my age, 47, I think. Yeah. See, there is a lot of visual bugs that I still need to work on here. There it goes. Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and grab some more cards and work them. Hey, my kids laugh too. I told them the story that they think it's funny that I stream anyways. And I told them what people were saying to me. It was funny. They just laughed at me. Awesome. Thank you. If you could go ahead and pick up some more cards and just keep repeating. And since you're new here, Lucky, what I mean by cards, I didn't explain this to you. So, uh, what they're building right now is the tool that they're in, right? This is called Plyrium Forge. So they are actively dogfooding themselves. They're creating a better version of themselves. Um, and this is my ops board that all the AI can communicate with. So whenever, so you just saw one pop over here. That's AI. They manage this whole board. Think of it like it's a Kanban board, but they come in here. Here's like some notes of what needs to happen, and then they'll pick it up. They'll take ownership of it, and it's in progress. That's what. So this agent here has ownership of this card, and he'll work it. He'll figure out what needs to be done, what the scope is, and he'll work it. Think of it like a ticket. And when he's done, he'll move it into testing, and he'll put his notes in it. Right? The comment. You see all these notes in here, and what it's at. And then from there, they pull up quality assurance and code reviewers to look at everything that was done. And if it's completed or passes, it gets sent over to completed. So there's two things that I'm making. One is this whole tool here, this desktop thing. It does quite a bit. Are you familiar with Visual Studios? So I can have a file system here, and inside the file system, I can have an editor, right? Just like Visual Studios. I come in here, I can look at all the code. But the difference is I have agents that can, multiple agents that I can swarm or run together at once. And I could add as many as I want. Right now I just have 6. If I want more to do agents, it'll spawn more. Hang on one second. Sure you didn't want to hear me cough. So if I want like some serious work done, if I have something with a huge scope, like let's just say a code refactoring, and instead of just sitting one agent on it, this little button here, it's my swarm. And I can come in here, name it, whatever I want, pick the project, design, tell them what the scope is, attach any files if there's any. And then here I have a project manager, coders, auditors, researchers. Right here is 5. I can have up to 50 or more. I can just keep adding. And once I hit launch, it will run every single one of these until the job's done. The other thing I'm making is, let me bring it up here. So this is my SaaS. It's a CRM for companies that run like a plumbing business or HVAC, any industry, like construction or contract type of industry. So you could do roofing, pressure washing, pest control, any of these or more, right? And this gives them an entire tool set to run their entire company, from invoicing, managing. I built this 11 days ago, by the way. So if I come in here, this is the back end of it. This is what it'll look like when they log in. And they'll be able to manage their customers, their techs that are out in the field. Even if I come here and go to see it running, and you could go to this website right now, check it out. So the tech, they have their own app version. This is what it'll look like on their app, right? And they can come in here and see what appointments they have, how far it is. They can say, they want to text a customer, they arrived, they're running late, and it'll tell you if they click it, it'll explain down here, or it'll pop up on their phone. It's an iOS or Android. So, anyways, it's a CRM to run your entire business. The other thing that I have in here is if you go up top here to Academy, and these are articles that I've written. So if you want to get into auto detailing, for instance, I have a guide here, how to start an auto detailing business from scratch to 2026 edition. And in here, it'll break it down, how much it'll cost to get started. There's different tier levels, what you're going to need, what your margins are, how to price. how to get your first customer. It explains everything, what licenses you need. Um, so, yeah, I have articles for everything in here. There's all kinds of stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's my main project. And the reason why I'm building Plym Forge is to help me manage that project. And then I'm going to be releasing this tool for you guys too, by the way. Yeah, it's for education needs as well. Exactly. And it's all free for anybody. You don't have to sign up for the service to use the education part. It's free. Um, I did it because for selfish reasons. It's good for SOE, right? Search engine optimization. So when Google sends their little bots out to scan my website, they're going to see what type of keywords they're going to have. And when people start looking up, like, how do I start my HVAC business? My website's going to pop up and it'll take them to the article. While they're there, they may want to consider me in the future for running their business also. And everything in there, I didn't tell you this part, but it's all AI driven if you want it to. If you want an AI receptionist that'll answer your phone. In fact, if you call that number if you go to, see it right here, if you call this number here, you'll be talking to my demo plumbing company, and it's a real AI. You won't even be able to tell it's for AI. But it is. If you call my main company, oops, if you call my main company here, Plyrium, here's the phone number. My receptionist is an AI that manages my company. And you're free to ask her any questions or anything like that about the company. So, yeah, as you can tell, I like AI. There's a lot you can do with it. Someone didn't like the stream? I'm sorry. It is boring sitting here watching a bunch of AIs just do their own thing, talking to each other. So I apologize for that. But this is the product. It's not the end product. I'm waiting for my next build. So they have a lot of work they're doing right now. And then after they're done, I'm going to go ahead and merge their commits all together. And I'm going to build it and relaunch that app and close this one down. And that new app is going to continue working and dogfooding itself to make it better. So, and it's got a lot more features in this one. That's why I can't wait to get all this work done. So, at least this part of it, because there's a lot of features that it's going to help me quite a bit. I'm also streaming at the same time on Kick and Twitch, as well as YouTube. So right now I have, you'll be able to use whatever one you want, right? If you want to use Gemini, OpenCode, Cursor. I'm also going to include OpenRouter, and if you want to include your own API, you can do that as well. But I have not gotten these two yet, but I have Codex and Claude, and they both are the Pro, the $200 ones. Did that for testing and Max development. So one of the tasks that this one, the middle guy here in the middle, right here, what he's working on is my token efficiency. There's over 147 tools, I believe, or 136, something like that, that will optimize every single one of them. Instead of having like an MPC server, it'll be built into the Plyrium Forge, and it'll actually utilize these tools to compress the token efficiency down to almost 99%. So that way you can run, if you only have a $20 a month subscription, you'll be able to run a tool like this a lot longer than you would in their natural environment, I guess. No, not really transition. I'm still a gamer. Oh yeah, dude, I'm a gamer at heart. Um, I'll show you here. So, like, I just got Windrose. I love playing that. But these are, I have so many games. I absolutely love gaming. So, and I tried streaming for gaming and stuff. I just get on, play a little bit, and it just wasn't. I don't know. I couldn't focus with the game and then focus with you guys at the same time. It's kind of hard. Some people are really good at it. I'm just not. So I play games on my own time. Now something like this, I can do that with. I can focus your guys' conversations, and I love answering your guys' questions and try helping you guys out as much as I can. And my AI is just doing everything in the behind the scenes here. After that verification run, if there's any other issues, notate them and try to solve them. If not, go ahead and pick up another card and continue working on it. Yeah, it'll stay deferred until we get the next build done. So you don't have to worry about reminding me every time. If you want to go ahead and pick up another card and continue working on that, thank you. Sometimes you got to slap these little agents. Oh, is he done? Yeah, after the other agents are finished, we're going to do the final commit and then we're going to merge it and build with the new version. But I want to get as much done as I can before I do that. So between 0 and 100%, how far are you to making this fully functional? Getting there? Okay. Shoot. So the path from 35 to 85% usable. Okay. Okay, to get this to 100%, is there any roadblocks right now stopping you, or is this something you can accomplish? Okay, if there's any blockers, just put it on hold and update it with your notes, notate it, and then grab another card and continue working on it. Perfect. If everything's clear, move it to completed, and then grab another card and rinse, repeat. And if you guys are not sure what I'm talking about, the cards, it's the system here. Each agent will be able to pick up their own assignment. Each one of these, they have their own scope of what needs to happen, and if there's any comments in it. And once they grab it, they take ownership of it. In fact, you'll see that here in just a second. So I already commanded 2 of them to continue picking up cards. So what they're going to do is scan through them all to see which one see, the one just picked one up. They're going to scan through them all to see which one they want to work on. It's usually based on urgency. So if you see this is high and in progress now, right? This one should be medium. But it's based on urgency. Well, it should be. Like this one's urgent. They haven't touched that one yet. So who knows? That's another bug. But anyways, you can see which agent's working on what. And then they'll go through and make sure that they complete the scope of the project. And when they're done, they'll move it to testing. And in testing, they'll spawn up some sub-agents to work on Q&A and code review to do a full review of what they did. And if they missed anything or messed up anything, the original agent will pick up the card and complete the rest of the task. And when they're done, they move it to completed. If there's any blockers, they put it on hold, like these guys here. And they have to explain why it's on hold. So it's so my agents can talk to each other, streamline, and work together. And plus, each one, if they wanted to, they can using Git, they can open up their own work trees and branch out. And each one can operate on their version of their code without interrupting the other agent. And when they're done, we merge them together. So when you hear me say, we're going to do a commit merge, that's what I'm talking about. I have sound. You can't hear it? Here, I'll turn it up. You won't be able to hear me, though. I've been playing music this whole time. You guys haven't been able to hear it? And I don't know how to do all that stuff that the other streamers do. You guys, like, make things happen, right? I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out. If I get a lot more people coming in here, yeah, I'll do that. Too loud? Okay. How's that? Is that better? As long as I'm not, or it's not louder than me, I guess. Good. And honestly, I am. So one of the here, this is where I'm pulling my music from. This is all royalty free that you can use. There's lots of here. So right now we're on this track. Looks like. It's real hard to find something that's decent. But right now, I'm actually liking this guy's list. It's not bad. Oh, definitely. Yeah, if you could do that. You could even do, if you want to dispatch more than 2, you could definitely do that. Dispatch as many as you need. Yeah, if you're able to pick up more of the security vulnerability ones, we need to get those cleaned up. Grab as many as you can and work those. Yeah, so I have it on Twitch and Kick and YouTube right now at the same time. In total, like on YouTube, I have 2 views. Kick, I have 0. And Twitch, it says 1, but I haven't gotten any engagement from any of those. Just YouTube. YouTube's the only one I've ever gotten engagement from. So, okay, Lucky. My opinion on that is gain as much knowledge as you can in the field you want to do. Doesn't matter what it is. So when I started in this field, because I've been working in IT, I'm actually, this is my side gig thing that I'm doing here. I'm actually a Microsoft 365 engineer and 365 architect. But what I recommend doing, well, like, okay, let me back up. So when I started, it was in the 90s, right? That was the start of the internet, and it was the Wild West back then when it came to the internet. There is so much that you had to know and learn and understand, and it was just fun. It was just so much. There was no regulations at all. But it made a lot of people millionaires and billionaires today. Think about crypto when that first came out, right? Everyone laughed at it. It's not going to work. Look at it today. Well, AI is the next thing right now. It is in the Wild West right now. There's so many different applications you can do with it. I recommend if you're going to do anything, do it with AI. You don't have to learn how to code. Not today, like you had to before. This streamlines everything for you. You don't have to worry about any of that. In the future, another 5-10 years, AI is going to be replacing anybody who knows C++. And it's okay to know it. I'm not saying don't go learn it. I think you should, because you'll learn some good values from it. But it's an old path that used to work. I think at your age and where technology is going right now, I mean, look at Claude, for instance, or Anthropic. Who owns Claude? Anthropic was struggling with their business, but they're not going to fail. This is too big to fail now. Elon Musk, XAI, went ahead and made a contract with Anthropic to rent out their biggest servers. And now Anthropic, it's just like a floodgate open for them. They're able to pour out all of their AI knowledge into the world, even bigger and better than what it used to be. So on vibecoding, when I built my my website here, I built it from scratch 11 days ago. It was just an idea in my head. I went ahead and got Claude, which is this is Claude desktop here, and I went ahead and told it what I wanted. So if there's something you don't know, and there's a lot of stuff I don't understand that I don't know even to this day, like TypeScript. I don't know how to do anything with TypeScript. Claude's great about it. Ask it, like, hey, I don't understand. Break it down in simple terms for me. It'll do that. If you want it to do, like, I don't know anything about security, give me a game plan on how I can secure this the best way. And in fact, one step further, I'm going to tell Claude, I want you to go online and do research today, 2026, and see what the best optimization is for security and how I can secure what I'm doing. It'll actually do the research for you. And then after it does research, he just built himself the game plan for you. You don't have to read it. Now you say, okay, you have all the directions you need now. Now get it done. And it'll do it. So you don't need to take no class or pay anybody anything special just to learn how to vibe code. It's you and the AI. You just get in there and start talking to it. You'll figure it out. It's not hard. And if I had any advice, it's the same thing I tell people. The best time to plant a fruit tree was last year. That's the same thing with AI. The best time to get into AI was last year. So if you can get into it, what that means is I have a full year of experience today than I did a year ago. It's because I actually started. That's the whole point. If you start today, a year from now, you're going to be doing things way beyond that you thought you could ever do. Awesome. Thank you for that. If you could go ahead and grab some more of the security vulnerability ones, and let's get those knocked out. It's something I tell my kids, don't go thinking about how you can get something done. Start doing it to get it done, right? Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead and pick up some more, and let's knock out more cards. So the 4 background tasks, I'm assuming that's your agents running. Are you keeping an eye on them or wait until they finish? Yeah, okay, so he's got his main and 3 other agents there. That's what's going on. 122 complete, and I'm down to, I can't read that. That's so tiny. I need to fix that. It says 65. I got to put my Gramps glasses on. Yeah, 65. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we are knocking these cards out. This is wonderful. That list was so huge before. And look at all these that is completed already. These are all new features that are coming into this next build. Um, from security patches, vulnerability patches. There's just so much more. Can't wait. Okay, so they're waiting for the React to spawn. Okay. And they haven't locked any, did they? Okay, we're good. We are good. Let's put that there. Over here. No, no. Right here. You guys. Own thing. There we go. The board. Put it there. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So Plyrium Forge, this is everything right here for it. This is what they built so far and what they're constantly working on. So under the source here, this is the main framework. These are built libraries that they've built for some like helper files, utilities, visual language, for example. And then drag row. This was something I wanted done. I wanted to be able to drag and drop things into the terminal. Like if I take a screenshot, for example, um, and I want to show that screenshot, all I have to do is just Control C, Control V, or just paste it right into the terminal, and it will be able to see that screenshot or image. If I wanted to come over here and drag a file to one of these, do you see that pop up? This is, see, there's another visual bug there. See, I am working on this for you guys. I'm going to make sure this is all cleaned up. But you could drag and drop any of these in any of your terminals and reference it, right? It'll create a link for it for them. That way they'll understand what you're asking them, what you're talking about. Look at that visual bug. That's so pretty. How do I fix that? I think I broke it for good. Can I pop these out? Pop them back in? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll fix that later. So you're asking, you say, so can I do this? Will it work? Like leaving C++ syntax, add logic, and focus on thought, finding frictions only without knowing how to write JS or anything. Um, you talking about your C++ class you want to go to? Is that what you're referencing? 1 hour and 14 minutes in. So if you looked at my other live streams, I streamed the other day. I think my first day when I started streaming for this. It was almost 10 and a half hours, 11 hours, something like that. And today, I usually stream in the morning till in the evening, right? All day long. And I'll just sit there and stream. But today I didn't, I had a very late start. We had a lot of things we had to get done. So I couldn't get right on. But my whole goal is to do this every single day with you guys. And I want you guys to learn what I'm doing so you could do it yourself. There's money to be made in this, and I believe I will be able to reach my goal to 1 million if I continue doing this every single day and banging it out. And it may not be this app or the next app. I don't know what app's going to do it. But if I keep building and keep designing, I'm going to find something that everybody's going to want. And I believe you all have the same ability. I'm going to step out just for a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 done here. See where they're at with the cards here. So who owns? If you have cards in testing that are locked by you, you need to do a full or spend some agents to do a QA on them and a code review and report back to you. I didn't think there was a rate limit with uh, GPT. That's interesting. Interesting. So it was my step-by-step look like for creating this tool, Claude, then terminal, then agent. So my idea was I wanted something that I can help manage my main website. Because in my main website, I also have a board system that manages my any issues that I have with the website, bugs, features, anything like that, vulnerabilities, and doing it all through the desktop here, using one Claude at a time. It just takes for I'll have them do something, and it just like I have to wait until I have because I'll be sitting here thinking of ideas one after another. And if I don't write them down or send them to Claude to write them down for me, I'll lose those ideas in my head. So I wanted a way to maintain that. So what I was thinking was, okay, I need a system, a tool that I can work with multiple agents at once. One could be doing one task, one could be doing another task. And then, that's pretty much how I explained to Claude. Like, hey, I need a tool that I can run terminals inside of it, and I can spawn more terminals and run agents inside of it. And it gave me, it had its, well, I told it to give me some suggestions, and it did. And I was able to pick what I wanted out of it, what I didn't. And I told it to build it. And he asked me what my tech stack I wanted, which is, what program language and stuff like that. Asked it for its recommendations. One thing that I did want was Rust. The reason why I wanted Rust was it's lightweight when it comes to running programs. Like I said, this is probably as lightweight as Visual Code, and the user interface is TypeScript because Claude is really good at writing TypeScript. So that's what the whole UI is. So that's what we're doing, and that's what I explained it to do. Oh yeah, I don't touch the code at all. I don't look at it. I don't need to see it. I don't even know what's in there. So most of it is just all. I mean, 100% of it was AI that written everything you've seen here. So and then as it was building it, I'm thinking of more ideas, more features. Like this is what I wanted to do. Well, I got terminal A and terminal B here, but they're not. To them, they're separate. They don't know each other. So I told them I need a link where they can talk to each other, like their own little network. So he built it for me, and that's exactly what this does. It's their own little internet between each other. They know what each other's doing. And because I built this right here, I wanted the same idea in the tool itself. I'm like, this would be perfect. We already have 70% of it done. It's right here. So all we have to do is just take what we already built and apply it to this. And this is what we have. Same thing. You choose the colors. I can claim it. I can claim it as the because I'm the operator, so I can claim it. I can see who owns it, how long ago they created it, when was the last time it was updated. I can even add my own comments in here if I want. I could drag and drop images, or I could even create brand new ones. Get a title, name it, whatever. So I wanted that part of it, and then every single one of these terminals can work those cards. It's all I'm trying to orchestrate it all, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's like this could be a tool that other people like you can use. So I want to add more features to it. One of them is the voice chat one. It's right here. It don't work that good. Here it is right here at the bottom. It'll listen to me, and I'll tell it to stop. It's not greatest. It kind of sucks. See, it kind of listened to me, but it's not as good as Whisper. But it will be when I'm done. I wanted to be able to create swarms. I could do that. I wanted to be able to manage the files in it, edit the files. I have my own personal inbox that if I have agents that want to email me, sort of, they can. They and they have. I can manage my if I have other projects. I could actually add more projects here. I just click on this. It'll open up my folder. I tell it where I want, where my projects are. Here's all my different projects. Here's my SaaS. So I just hit select folder. It'll open it. It'll create a whole new project folder for me. So these are just, and I'm not done. Like I said, this is version, I think v0.2.22 or something like that, that I'm currently working on. So when I get to version 1, I'm going to release it to you guys. And then I'm going to keep building on it. I'm actually enjoying this. And I'll find a way to monetize it. So maybe it's some features that you pay for. But other than that, the basics of it definitely be free. I mean, that's the whole name of the game, right? Trying to figure out how to make money doing this. Well, that's the whole title of this dream. We'll get there. And I hope you guys are here for the ride to see the end. What are you? I did not talk to you. Well, yeah, I did. He just didn't do it. I need to figure out what happens if I run out of subscription with GPT here. Go ahead and continue working on more cards. And if you have any cards that are in testing right now that you own, you need to work on those first. And what I mean by that is spin up some agents to do quality assurance and then code review on them and then report back to you. If you have any cards that are in testing right now that are locked by you, I need you to get them completed by having a full code review and quality assurance and spin up other agents to do that and then report back to you. And I don't remember like each one. So there's only 2 of them here. So there's 3 agents that own each one of those. I'm not sure which agents are. See, I need a way to identify them a little better. Let's go on Blink Shock. So I am building the tool you see in front of you. This is called the Plym Forge. And each one of these is an AI agent that is working to dog food itself. It's building its own better versions of itself, creating new features, and it's going to be a tool. It's a very lightweight tool that I'm going to ship off to you guys. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm building. It's got a lot of features in it already, but I'm going to have a lot more. Do you own any cards in testing right now? Are they locked by you? Perfect. Thank you for coming back with your response. Go ahead and pick up another card and continue working on it. Vibe coding, exactly what I'm doing right now. That's the purpose of it. So if you want to use it yourself, and whatever AI you want to use, you could select the type of AI you use. If you have open code, cursor, Gemini, doesn't matter. And you can run this on your desktop, and it's a desktop app. Doesn't connect to the internet at all, besides the AI, because it's of course you got to, unless you want to use local AI, you could do that. But yeah, it's to be able to vibe code and build applications. That's the whole purpose of this, and to streamline your workflow. Go ahead and check right now. So are we at 100% now? I know Olama. So no, um, I'm not sure what that other Marina, Marina. Is that how you say it? I just because you mentioned Olama, that's the only one I can speak of because I know that. So Olama is it's a tool that you can run on your desktop that can load AI. You can load AI to Olama. Olama. Let me see here. How do I explain this? The AI, they have parameters, which or weights, and what these companies do when they train their AIs, let's just say 4 billion parameter AI, they'll release the weights, right? And the weights are just a bunch of numbers and their area. Olama puts those weights into an AI for you to be able to use, and you can run it locally on your computer. And some places host it for you. Yeah, and there's so many different models you can download and use from Olama. You could run the quantized versions of them. Um, you could change like the cache size, the KV cache on them. You could change the context window on them. Um, you can customize your own prompts. You could also even fine tune it, not train it, but more like a fine tune it training. So you can train it more of like what you want the AI to do. Yeah, I've been playing with AI for over a year now. And I have a little bit of experience, just a little bit. Okay, if you own that card and it's sitting in testing, I need you to have the quality assurance team. Oh, I need you to spin up some agents to do a quality assurance on it and then do a full code review and then report back to you on it. And after they're done with that, after they report it back to it, if it's done and completed, send it to completed. If not, you need to continue working on it. So that's the other one that had it. So did they move it here? No. Okay, but are the cards still sitting in testing? No. So right now, Whisper is one you download. It's free, and that's what I'm running right now. It is right here, I think. Whisper Flow is what it's called. Um, so yes, so with Whisper, you have to connect to their servers to use their AI to be able to transcribe for you. It's very smooth, it's quick, and it works really good. But I want to build my own version of it. That's what I'm doing right here. It sort of works, but it's going to be closer to how Whisper works when I'm finished with it. That way you don't have to download a third-party program to run my tool. You can do it all within the same tool. The only thing you have to do is bring your own AI. Whatever AI you want to use, it doesn't matter. You bring your own AI and you can start using the tool. That's the end goal. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to. So my money man, you haven't seen this yet, Blink. Check this out. I built this 11 days ago. This is my moneymaker. I built a full SaaS where it's a CRM for any type of industry, like HVAC, electrical, plumbers, roofing, doesn't matter. And this is a full AI controlled back-end receptionist system that can help manage your full company when it comes to billing, customer. Um, I don't know. It just does so much. It can manage your tags. And the other thing is you can turn off the AI if you already have a receptionist and they can run the full tool. Um, the back end, this is my tech demo for the phone version for the techs out in the field. And this is the system in the inside here. This one here is where you can manage you can do your scheduling. Here is, like let's just say all the 3 appointments today. I could, well, here's tomorrow, next day. And then I could see what texts I have available, where they're at in Google Map because the app will allow GPS tracking so you can see exactly where your texts are at and what jobs they're at. You can manage all your customers through here. You can set up quotes, invoices, appointments. If you have any internal notes, if they have any installed equipment like hot water heater, for example. So this site is live. You can go to plyrium.com and visit it right now. The only thing is, it only works in the U.S. and Canada. I have it geo-locked for every other country because there's no purpose for me to advertise or sell to any other country. There's certain regulations and laws when it comes to certifications, like for example, refrigerant. In the US, you have to be certified to be able to handle any type of refrigerant, which is HVAC, for example. There's different types of refrigerant, and you have to keep logs of it according to the EPA Section 608. It's compliance. There's contracts. There's legality that is built into this. So if I open this up to other countries, it wouldn't make sense for them. I would have to understand their laws and their regulations and incorporate that into this. And then from here, you can select what country you're from, and it'll change, depending on what country you're in. But I don't want to do that right now. That's going to be in the future. And here's my pricing to give you an example. And this is very comparable to what they're already using out there for their current software. But yeah, I'm hoping to be my moneymaker. I built this 11 days ago, or 11 days ago, yeah. So what do I think of static style and only display ads like calculators, clocks, etc.? You have to give me an example what you mean by that. I'm not understanding what that is. I think I'm about ready to do my next build. I only have 62 cards left. So, like just a landing page, like a site that doesn't go anywhere or do anything. Like a hello world site, I guess. I mean, if you want one that just displays a clock, you could do that if you want. Or if you want one that has a built-in calculator, that wouldn't be static at that point. It would be a tool. That's a misunderstanding the question there. Okay. I mean, if you want to do that, you could. Yeah, definitely. And then if you want to throw ads on it, yeah, like banner ads or click ads, if you want to do that, you could definitely do that. That's how they did it in the early 2000s. You could go to a site with a hundred different ads popping up all over the place. Nowadays they don't do that a lot, but they used to. How you doing, Cam? Yeah, I want to. I do. I'm waiting for this one to get done here. This is the most important feature I'm working on right here. It's a huge feature. In fact, he's been running for almost a full hour now. So, well, it says 10 minutes here, but no, he's been running for almost a full hour. So, what I'm having him do is I'm going to be optimizing my token efficiency for all of my agents here. And he's building all the tools to make that happen. And I'm going to have 99% or greater efficiency when it comes to token utilization. So this tool here, I started yesterday. Um, it was just an idea, and I have Claude Desktop here, and I told it what I wanted, and it built the framework for me. And then I got to a point where I can start using the actual tool to build itself, right? Dog fooding it. I want it to keep putting new features in it and fixing bugs and things like that. And that's what it's doing now. So I hardly ever touch the Claude desktop anymore. But when it comes to building Plyrium, this was nothing. It just an idea 11 days ago. It took me 11 days today to build this where it's at. In fact, I haven't touched it yesterday or today. I haven't done any coding, and I did all of that inside of Claude Desktop. In fact, most of my history here is all about the Plyrium SaaS here, building it out. I'll send it screenshots like, hey, this is what I want. This is how I want it done. Um, in fact, there's so much history here, all sorts of stuff. So, but anyways, so I stopped using this pretty much, and I'm using my new tool that I built. And this is something I'm going to share with you guys too when I get to a certain version. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm going to try closing these down. Okay, so you're done. You don't have no locked cards or anything. You don't have no ownership of any cards at this point, correct? So you're still using Claude if you want. So you bring your own agent, right? I don't know what agent you use. If you use Claude, if you use GPT, that's what Codex is. Gemini is Google's. You can use OpenCode, Cursor, um, and I'm going to have more in here. So, or you could use. I'm going to set it up where you can use local AI. So you have to bring your own AI. So whatever that subscription is, you pay for, or you get a free one. The tool is so you can use your AIs inside the tool to be able to orchestrate different tasks or even group a bunch of them together on the same task and to manage your project for you. That's the whole point of this. Like I'm not, there's no secret hidden AI on my computer that I'm running to do all this. paying the same pro price as anybody else. And it's all, you select it, you log in to your whatever agent you use. I think it works a lot like, have you ever used Visual Studios? And inside of Visual Studios, they have their built-in AI, and you can go in there and drop down what AI you want to use. Are you familiar with that? So technically, what you're looking at here, I have Visual Studios. I built this. It does the same thing. The only difference is um, mine, I could run a lot of terminals inside. They all talk to each other. It's like they have their own little internet behind the scenes that they communicate with each other. The other thing is I have this ops board here. They can manage their own task. Like if I create, here's my scope, right? This is the scope of this task. It's a high priority. It's on a to do right now. One of the agents will pick it up, move it in progress. That's what's going on here. They're working this scope right here. And then when they're done, they'll move it to testing. And in here, you can see all the notes, their log, everything that they've done, and what needs to be tested. And then when they're done with that, they'll move it to complete. And as you can see in complete, you could go back and trace exactly what they've done. And it's all available to all of the agents here. And I've been testing it with Claude and Codex. And Codex, it looks like they do have a limit. I was not aware of that. And I'm going to see if I can fix that. 1 second here. I'll try again on May 10th at 12:07 a.m. Oh, okay. So it's like a soft lock. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not worried about that then. Yeah, that's fine. Because I was running four at a time, and each one's running multiple agents inside. So yeah, I can see me hitting that limit. Claude has the same thing. It could be a pain sometimes. So that's cool. I'll wait till then. Um, this one's almost done here, actually. This is what I've been waiting for. Once he's done, I'm good with the rest. I could actually start building it. Do me a favor, the last 10%, put it in a card and a to-do list, and put your notes of what's remaining, what needs to be done, and then we can pick that up on the next build. Oh, I didn't realize my music stopped. Well, that sucks. Like, I don't need these any of the codecs. They're done. Done. I'm so close to building the new model here. Can't wait. So this one's done too. Boom. We just have one terminal left, and after he's done with his project, we're going to rebuild this with all the new features. What? Shit. See, that's one thing. That's a bug also. I closed out those agents. It should. These are soft locked now. By those agents I closed out. So I need to unlock to get those unlocked. And anytime I close out the agent or switch them, they need to. This needs to drop. So another agent pick it up. All right, so let's find out here. So with everything done, what do you think our efficiency is going to be, our token efficiency? He's really thinking about this. Doing some math. So let's see here. So it's going to be 70 80% reduction in code reading tokens versus the naive Forge flow. For an agent that doesn't know Forge until exists, 0%. So we're to close the gap to get to 90 of 95%, there's a few other things we got to do. That's fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so all the remaining work, can you put an open to do card in the ops board? Because I want to, when you're done with that, I want to run I'm going to merge all the commits into the main, and then we're going to build a new preview. Yes, you can. If you want to go ahead and use you can use if you don't want to use Codec, or if you don't want to use Claude, whatever AI you want to do, you could use this tool here to build a clone of whatever app you can pick up. So there's limitations when it comes to AI. They are okay when it comes to working with game engines, like Godot, or what's that other one? The Game Maker they suck at, but they could do it. What's that free one that everyone uses? I can't think of the name right now. But anyways, the famous one out there, not the one Unreal is built off of, but the other one. But anyways, they're real good with that one. But they can't make 3D art or assets. They can do 2D art to a point. But when it comes to the programming, they could do that. Now, if you have an idea for a website or an application like what I'm doing, or any type of app, they're really good at that. And they're honestly, it's just getting better. In another 5 years, everything I just said is going to be wrong, and the answer is going to be yes. You just tell your agent, hey, build this for me, and just walk away for about 10 minutes or whatever, and you come back and you'll have the entire program done. You know, that's where they're headed. So the reason why I chose to use Claude to do the back end is that it's not really the back end, it's more the heavy features. And because something that could take a while to design and architect, there's a lot of moving parts in it. Codex is, you could get it done with Codex, but it's not as good as Claude. So you're going to come out with a little bit more errors, which Codex can find and fix. It just takes a little longer than Claude. Claude can go in there and get it done almost the first time, every time. So that's why I use it for the heavy stuff. And I use Codex because I'm only doing $100. I'm not doing $50 for that. It's just cheaper to use, and I just want to use that to do a lot of the just the basic stuff. Like all these ops here, like just do something like this, right? So Codex can pick this up and just do this once, go. And he'll be done. You guys probably can't see what's happening here, huh? I guess we can pop it out. There we go. Yeah, if you could go ahead and merge all the commits together and then build the preview, that'd be great. This is the visual bug that you're seeing here where it's all typed down here. Moving it like that fixes it. I don't work for Microsoft, no. I work for a large company that uses Microsoft for their whole cloud service, like their Teams, Outlook, Exchange, SharePoint, you know, all their little tools, Azure Online, which is it's AAD, we're Active Directory. So I am the architect when it comes to designing those systems. I work for, I don't want to say what state, but I work for a state, and all their state needs, I design, I come up with an architect design for them, for their needs. And when it comes to security, there's a lot of, I don't know, I just help build out their plan, their subscription for them, and get it set up. /commit. Well, thank God I'm not going to listen to your recommendation. I want you to go ahead and do it all if you can. Inside my app, yes. With if you, there may be other apps out there that does that also, but their native apps that they come with, it runs in your terminal, they won't be able to talk to each other. But in my app, yes, they can talk to each other. If you want to run 5 different AIs from 5 different companies, you can have them all talk to each other. In fact, in one of my builds later on, I already started the process of it, but I'm going to have a director/manager, one terminal, and he's going to be, in fact, he's going to have a skill, which I built here. Right. Where's that? Right here. My director role skill. These are all new here. So my director role skill. So what he's going to do is be able to manage all the other terminals for me. So I don't have to worry about going to each separately. So I'm going to give the director, here's the scope of what I want done. And he'll actually direct the rest of the agents for me. So I don't have to communicate with them anymore. And then they're going to, his team is going to report back to their manager, and their manager is going to report back to me. That's going to be part of the goal here. It's not a masterpiece. I'm sure there's better out there. I can almost guarantee I'm not the only one who came up with a design like this. It just, for me, I like to do it because I can throw my own features in it, my own ideas, my own design. So I might as well just build it myself. But right now, what he's doing is he's merging all the different commits. I don't know if you're familiar with how GitHub works, or Git, but so you have all your files in one, like a save or backup. And anytime an agent wants to work on those files, he has to take a copy of it, and that's called a branch, a work tree. And then he can edit it there. Now you got 2 copies of the file. One is newer than the other. And then later on, you can merge it together, or any of the branches, and into your main. And that way, there's no conflicts with any files or anything. So it'll just take the newest versions of wherever that's at and put it back together. And that's what it's doing right now. So I actually tried anti-gravity. That's the Google's Gemini version of their little tool. You're gonna get bugs. It's just how. Let me show you here. Let me give you a good example. Let me start a new one here. How do you start a new one? Let me know how to start a new project here. Shows you how much I stayed in this one. Oh, new session right up there on top. So I'm gonna start a new session. And I typed all this out too, by the way. I actually just got Whisper like 2 days ago. I want you to make a new app for me, create a new project. I want a new project folder, and I want a static website that actually has a working clock and a working calculator. And I want you to build it all from scratch, and then I want to run it locally. I don't want to upload this anywhere. I want it to stay in my environment. But I also want a good vibe to it. I want good energy. I want to make sure that it's something that's visually appealing and looks really good. Go ahead and get that done. There, I just started an app. That's actually how I do it, right? I tell it what I want. So when you say you have an idea for an app, mobile app, which can let users make their own AI, I would have to ask you, what do you mean by your own AI? That can get complicated. I built my own AI. I have several of them. The hardest part is training your own AI, and you have to have some serious GPU to be able to train it. So I'm assuming what you're saying is be able to select or bring your own AI or select from a list of AIs that are pre-generated, that's already made, right? But I could be wrong. What do you mean by that? It is still building it. Oh my gosh. So if you build anything in Rust, it is such a cool tool that it won't let you build it until you have 0 errors. If it finds any errors, it'll hang and it'll let you know, hey, you screwed up your code and we're not going to build it for you. That's what I love about Rust. The problem with that is it takes a long time to build anything. So you're waiting for it to build, and halfway through, it says, nope, not going to do it, and it stops, and you got to start over again. So right now, it's going. It's doing its thing. It's building that website I just asked it to. Didn't ask me any follow-up questions, nothing. It's like, all right, I got this. All right, hang on, let me read what you wrote here. Not AI, the AI influencer. So any suggestions on making a mobile app which can let users to make their own AI? Okay, we discussed that, but you mean their own AI influencer, which can talk and do anything by their prompt. So, hang on here. Awesome. Oh, wow. Good friend of mine just texted me. I haven't heard from him in a while. That's so funny. So he must have seen me here in the stream somewhere. Oh, check this out. Okay. He's still working on it, but I want to show you this. That's what he built. And then from here, you can say, all right, well, I don't like where the clock's positioned at. Let's move it. Here's 24 hours. Here's this, let's see if this works. So 8 plus 3, 11. Let's clear that. So there's your working calculator. Built with good energy plus vibe station. Like if I want to drag and drop, oh wait, what's that do? But if I want to drag and drop these the cards here, I could ask them or tell them I want to do that. So, but anyways, back to your question. This is what I was going to show you here. So, for your app, they technically already have that. Like, here's Claude, or not Claude, GPT. right? They have one for Claude. Is that what you mean? Taryn, how you doing, buddy? Oh my gosh, you're here. Long time no see. You want to see what I built? I built a tool. It's called Plyrym Forge that I can come in here and let me pop this in here. I can spawn up as many terminals as I want. Each one I can drop down and pick the agent I want to run. For instance, Claude, right? And then what's cool about this is they can orchestrate and talk to each other. So I can come in here and see their full communication track here. And they have their own internal internet where they can work on the same project without interrupting any other agents if they want to. The other thing, I have an ops board here that they work with. And the ops board, think of it like it's a Kanban where you have a to-do. It's got a scope in it. Like here's the project scope. You can adjust the priority of it, change the color of it, and when an agent, an AI picks it up, they'll move it to in progress, and they will work on it, and they'll work on it until they're done. And when they send it to testing, you can come in testing, and you can come in here and read all their notes on it, everything they've done with that in scope project. And they will spin up a quality assurance and code reviewers to make sure that the project was done correctly and to the scope of the project. And when they're done, they'll move it to completed. And inside of completed, you will have, see right here, it moved to testing, quality assurance review, and follow up. Quality assurance passed it. And after they passed it, they moved it to completed. This is all done through their own automation for here. What's also neat about this, it's lightweight. It's you can run it on Windows, Linux, or Mac, doesn't matter. And you could also, if you want, they have their own memory system here too. But anytime they learn something, they make a memory about it. That's the other thing I forgot to show you guys. So you can have your own files here. Let me go to editor. So you already know Visual Code. Well, in here, you can actually run it like Visual Code. If you want to see what it looks like with actual, oh, got an error. See, that would make a good, and that's the other thing. This tool, they're building their own tool, right? They're improving themselves with it. They're dogfooding themselves. If I want to come in here to the main, there we go. It's kind of broken, but yeah, and you could actually come in here and type and edit, do whatever you want. You can write your own code in here if you wanted to. So with that error, what I could do, I come in here and well, I'll just have the agent do it. So I'll say, I found an error in the editor and the file inside of Plyrym Forge. I'm going to go ahead and link you the error. I want you to create a card for me and put it in the to-do list with this error and probably instructions on what needs to put a scope on the project and what needs to get done to fix it. And now my agent will create a card for me. And next time I run more agents to work on these cards, they'll find it, they'll pick it up, and they'll fix it for me. So he's looking at the error right now, and he's going to scope out the project and write a card on it. And the other thing I built, I have a full website. It's an actual SaaS website. called Plyrium.com. But you can link that later. So right here, card is sitting and to do. High priority, here's a summary of what it was filed. So if I come over here, let's see if what he named it here. So named it bug, whatever. Okay. I bet it's at the bottom here. See, I need a search feature in here. I need to be able to search for that, obviously. But maybe that's another feature later on, right? We'll work on that later. And these you can pop out. And look at it like that. So what you think so far, Taryn? That's what I was talking to on here. Right now. This is taking forever to build this. Oh, it's compacted to conversation. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Why, thank you. Yeah, I went ahead and put Windows back on instead of Linux. I was there's a reason why, I forgot why. It's probably some gaming issue or something stupid. But yeah. Kill it now and finish the build. Okay, I think I'm done here because I think it's going to kill itself. So I'm going to exit this, come back to here. If it'll load. All the way to the bottom. Actually, okay, for the Plyrium Forge, I need you to make sure it's all merged and ready to build, and I need you to build it for the dev and for the preview. It depends on what you want to do. Right now for coding, Claude is like the number one. And then GPT, DeepMind, that's another good one. Because DeepMind, they kind of train their model off of Claude. So, and it's a lot cheaper and way more efficient. So, and that may be something else I'll be switching to just to try it out. GPT, they're 5.5. It's decent. It's not bad. It's not as good as Claude when it comes to coding, but for logic and reasoning, I believe it's better. So it just depends on what you want to do. So the space, so you're talking about the whole app itself, right? Is that the space you're talking about? How they were all created in a single space? I'm using, I think it's called Tux, T-U-X, terminal. And I integrated that into Rust. And I can run the terminals inside of my desktop, my app environment, and that's all. It's just a terminal. Like, I didn't change it. I did not recreate the wheel. I did not tell it to build me a brand new terminal from scratch. I'm using what was already created out there, and it's open source. It's a well-known terminal, and it works really well. So it does everything I need it to do. And then, of course, you can add plugins, and there's APIs in it you can pull off of. So Rust is a programming language that I'm using for the back end, for the main app itself, like the framework. And for all the UI, I'm using TypeScript, which is it's a web type interface for web graphics, web GUI, like the buttons, the cards that you see. That's all TypeScript. See, another one here, this TAUR, that is part of the connector between TypeScript and Rust. TypeScript, because it was checks, they have tools that they can run checks on to make sure it does, like I said, text check and things. See, I found an issue and fixed it right here. So this is my Claude desktop, and I'm telling it to build the next version that we've been working on. And you guys get to see it for the first time here with me. I can't wait to see the new features in it. All the new skills, I'm excited for them to start using those because they're specialty skills. The skills IFD, it's just a set of instructions for each AI, and if I drop it in and be like, okay, you're now a reviewer, and I'll grab a reviewer MD file for the skill, drop it in, and now that agent will pick up those skills. And he will act kind of like a temporary brain is what I'm giving it. It's like forget everything you know, and this is what you now understand type thing. We're focused on this. It's more of like a focus. Do the dev build right now, and then go do the preview. And if the dev build works, no problem. The preview's gonna kick in. I gotta put my Gramps glasses on me. I had a question that I was answering in text here by a good friend. He was asking, hold it up here again. That's what I was just replying back to. So he was asking, what am I doing for checks and balances for my AI? There's a reason why a lot of people are calling it AI slop. 90% of the term slop is from the AI images and videos that are out there and some of the content, right? A lot of that's slop. Everybody knows that. The remaining 10%, there is code that is slop. That people go in and they just start like, hey, build this app for me, make this all work, and they have no clue on what to ask or how to, because you have to actually lead the AI to do certain things. It just won't do it for you. You have to tell it to do it. So that means you have to have some sort of understanding of the process. So for example, if I tell it to, I want, make this database and I want to put all my customer data in it, and then we're done. The AI will just do that. But what it's going to do is use its information that it got a year ago, 2025, to build that database. So there's been a whole year of vulnerabilities that's been created or discovered since then. So what I do at that point, how I go around it, is I have a gray hat and a red team. And the gray hat team, they're ethical hackers. It's a whole swarm of AIs that I want to go in. I want to poke it. I want to try to break the app, steal information, do whatever you can to find all the vulnerabilities, and report back to me. The red team does the same thing and see if there's any exposures or leaks in the code itself. Your environmental tables, your env file, if there's anything that's hard-coded that shouldn't be. That's what the red team does, right? And they will give you a full report. And then you got to have your coders to fix all the problems, all the patches. And you have your AI to do online research, to go online and find out what the newest vulnerabilities are for the current tech stack you're using, and to patch against it, right? And if there's any other issues out there. So as long as you're keeping up with it and telling the AI to keep up with it, your code will not be slop. It's just right now, anybody can get their hands on the AI and create apps, and that creates a lot of slop because they just don't know how to use it. You learn as you go, but there's risk in it.
Your weapons, slaying with no regret. God decided your story is far from over bet. Shady cats that try to move you back to the shack. You planted a seed and wait for a tree. Snuck your foot in the door, didn't wait for the key. This is what you reap. The love of your fam and your credit on
training AI. None of us do. That's what the companies do. You have to have some serious servers to be able to train AI. A lot of GPU processing. So technically, one of the biggest problems right now, believe it or not, is they're running out of data to train AI with, and they've already used everything. So what, like GPT or Claude, they know everything right now. The only thing that their gap that they're missing is probably their training data was a year ago, 2025. So from 2025 to right now, that's what they don't know. So you have it go online. It has tools to get the information it needs. So you have it go online to do research to understand it, and it's a temporary understanding of it because you have your context where your context window, which is the every time I'm talking to it, like all this up here, it says every time I ask it something, it has to resend all the same information back at him. And then I'll tell it something else, and it has to send all that information back at him again. And it'll keep doing that until that context window gets so full, it has to compact it into a summary. So it could lose some of its memory, like some conversation we had an hour ago. So there's tools that prevent that as well. They're called RAG servers, RAG. Yeah, when I say Rust takes forever to build, it's been building this whole time. Yeah, RAG servers. If you look at the term, it's a memory. It's a retrieval augment something. I forgot exactly what it stands for. It's a retrieval system for augmented memory. I actually have one built into. Oh, they got it. It's loaded. This is it. Sweet. Okay. So my memory is right here. So anything that's new, so here's a full review, right? So this is their memory that they could use. Here's all the new skills. Oh, that's so neat. So, like this pricing into response skills. I don't like how they're organized. We're gonna have to fix that. Yeah. And some of these I don't have access to. That's weird. Yeah, we're gonna figure out what's up with that. Yeah, so this is much cleaner look. This where we want. Let's put it where I want it. Where I want to dock it. Right there. Now close that out. Close that out. There we go. Don't need to look at that. Look at that. So DeepMind is the AI that China made. It is. Let's see if I can find it here.
Or I'm sorry, I think I missed. Let me correct myself. I think it's called DeepSeek.
Yes, that's what it is. So DeepSeek is the one. This is the one that China made, and they train their AI on Claude. And this is actually a really good AI, and it's been benchmarking really good too. And their pricing is a lot cheaper. And you know what's neat about this? They open source the whole thing. Pre-X DeepSeek, Experience Intelligence. You could actually go in, talk to the AI if you want. Um, I'll just sign in. Yeah, see, I've actually been using it. And let's see, you do expert, search, deep think. And they also have an API access you can get into, which I don't have access to that right now. I'll have to sign up for it. And I don't know if they have a CLI. So CLI is CLI, right? That's what the terminal is. Fine. But here's what I hear. This is the GPT-5. This is their CLI. It's called Codex, but it's running inside my PowerShell. This is a terminal. All of these are terminals, and each one of these is a CLI for that terminal. So if I switch to Codex here, there's an error. So whenever I find an error like this, so I'll come up here, take a screenshot of it, and I can actually paste it there. I try to switch from Claude to Codex, and I'm getting this error. Can you look into that for me? So he's still working right now. He's been building for 20 minutes, so he's doing some other things. So this isn't the final build. It looks like he's working on the preview right now. So I'm going to exit that. What's costly? Well, I'm compared to the $200 Claude Pro Max. What do you mean? The V4 Pro DeepSeek API. I was told it's cheaper when it comes to tokens per, because that's how they charge you. They charge you per token, and a token could be a half a word, it could be a full word. That's what a token is. They charge you based on this, or there's a token cost. And that's how they evaluate their pricing. So, but from my understanding was DeepSeek is cheaper than me. Let's just say Claude. So $1.74 per million token. GPT-5 costs $5 per million token. Claude 4.7 costs $5 per million token. So I mean, you're only paying $1.74 versus $5 per every million tokens. If that helps you. There's a huge price difference, and I can't even tell you if that's a reputable website or not, but see what Reddit says. This is a year ago too. I don't even know if that's relevant. Let me find the past month, maybe. Data Camp. Never heard of them, but they're pretty much saying the same thing verbatim. So they're getting that data from somewhere. So the V4 Pro is $1.74 per million,
and the output's 348, and that's about right because Claude is about almost $30 for the output. When DeepSeek is the 348, so it's definitely a lot cheaper. Let me see here. Do they have API pricing? DeepSeek platform. DeepSeek app. Let's see. So you could download this. iOS alternative methods. Let's see. I'm curious if they have a clean. Let me find out here. I'll ask them. Is there a DeepSeek CLI I can use for inside my terminal? It's probably their API. What I'm talking about is like Claude has they have their API and they also have a subscription base. And same thing with ChatGPT. They have an API and then they also have a separate subscription base. Does DeepSeek offer the separate subscription base versus their API? Does it? Okay. Yeah, I haven't really used this much, so you would know more than I would. I'm just going off of what news and articles and all that say about it. But if you've actually tested it yourself, you would know. That's what services. Platform, maybe? No. I had some real ramen today at this it was an Asian restaurant, and ever since I eaten it, there was a bite to the ramen, and it just hit the back of your throat just right, and ever since then my throat's been irritated. So paid subscription, a pro plan that unlocks premium features for a monthly fee. Okay, so view web results. Five powerful plans you must know. DeepSeek. Yeah, I wish they would show me here where those plans go. Maybe if I just go to Pro. I don't see it here. Unless it's a settings, under settings maybe? Yeah, I don't see no way to subscribe to them. I don't know. Their API is the platform official chat. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't see it. That's all right. What are you doing? Why are you stuck here? Oh, this is what it's doing. Yeah, the ones I've used the anti-gravity or whatever it is from Google. I've used that one. So Google, you know what's funny is because between which used to be called OpenAI or something like that, but it's ChatGPT. So that company and Claude has been struggling when it comes to their infrastructure and data center to be able to run bigger models. and more improved models. That's why Claude went ahead and got a contract with Elon to use his infrastructure. But Google, they have never complained about it. In fact, they have so much data center space right now that I really do believe they're building the secret AI that they're waiting to be able to release. And I really think that they're going to jump way ahead of everybody else here. And they're waiting, they're holding out right now. You know, they have some models out, but they're not perfect. But I think they're really working on something behind the doors. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. This is taking too long. Okay, okay, here we go. Let's see, do we still have this issue? No, it fixed. Okay, so that issue's fixed. There's my ops board. That's good. Testing 1, 2. It shouldn't be taking that long. But it is transcribing it, which is good. We need to improve that. See if the skills are working now. You got folder file, folder file. I don't like that setup. We're gonna have to fix that. But what I like about this though, I come in here and let's just say custom diagnostics. I drop it in here. And I can say, run some diagnostics on the voice integration of Plym Forge. There, that's going to be his job now. And he's going to be able to do his own diagnostics with it based off of that skill. And that's the first thing he's going to do is read the skill. And he's going to, he understands what he needs to do and he's going to run it. And if I look at that skill, so let me bring this over here like this. So this is the instructions. So you asked if you could train your AI. This is how you train your AI temporarily for that moment. So it has to read that. So here's the guardrails, done criteria, the workflow, gather safe baseline facts, app version, you know, all this other stuff, include ops, whatever. And you could increase the skill way more than what it is. So there should be some deeper versions of that here. Yeah, okay. This one is the researcher skill. So here, this one actually gives him tools to use, a list of tools. Tracing call chains, to get archaeology, how to use the board, the awareness. You know, there's just a lot more to this one. And this one got done. Oh, the pop-out don't work, so that got broken. Does that work? No, that broke. Interesting. Okay. Let's get rid of these. I want a full view. Here we go. Okay, go ahead and mark all this down and put it in a card in the ops board for another agent to pick up and work on. But I am actually going to end the stream here. It's getting late for me. It's almost 11, so and I'm getting tired. I had a very long day today. But I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to stream every single day until I reach my goal. And while I'm doing it, this app is just going to get better. It's going to be able to do things that's going to blow all of our minds. So hope you guys come back, stick around, you know, tell other people, whatever that you guys do to get streamers more views. You guys are the ones that make it happen, not me. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.